Is everything all right?
No. Not really, no.
Why don't you tell me a bit about it?
I've not spoken to anyone alone in, like, 6 months. I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle him. I've been getting so many headaches. I just feel... I don't know. I'm not used to talking to people about this. Sorry.
It's all right. You can talk here. Catch your breath. Now take your time. Let's see how I can help.
It was already bad, but it's all started to get even worse.
How do you mean, what's got worse? Headaches?
No, I mean worse with Mark. Ever since I was signed off sick last time we saw Dr. Stedman, you were on holiday.
Oh, yes. You were off for a month.
He said I was seriously going crazy. I needed to get help. He said I was forgetting things. My mind was going. Like, I put something away. Keys, toilet roll or something, you know? And then hours later they'd turn up on the kitchen table or in the fridge or somewhere totally weird. When I insisted I hadn't put those things there, he said it was all in my head and I needed to get checked out.
Go on.
I couldn't say anything to the doctor last time because he was there. He's always there. But I'm convinced that he was moving things around deliberately to try and confuse me. Why would he do that? I don't get it. Things have been much worse since I haven't been able to tell anyone. He's always there.
I didn't realise this was going on. How do you mean much worse? Can you tell me a bit more?
When I was signed off sick, I was with Mark all the time. He works from home, you see. I think he just got used to having me around. If I would go out without him, he would question me. Well, more like interrogate me. If I would wear a fancy shirt or something, he'd think I was trying. He's been going through my phone. I've caught him a couple of times, and now he's become really funny about me seeing my friends. Just seems to watch everything I do these days. It's become so bad, it's not even worth going out, the hassle I get. He's just so annoyed all the time. He just doesn't trust me.
That sounds very controlling, Tom.
But last night he really did scare me. He was so drunk. His drinking's been getting worse since his business hasn't been doing so well. He started screaming at me. I mean, really screaming. Apparently he got hold of my browser history and seen that I'd been looking for flats. He grabbed me by the throat, pushed me up against the wall. I couldn't breathe. He only let me go because the neighbours knocked on the door. They must have heard something. God knows what might have happened if they hadn't. I just don't know what to do. I never seem to make him happy.
That doesn't sound like a very safe situation, Tom. Do you often feel unsafe when you're with Mark?
I just feel just feel on edge all the time. It's like he's going to explode at any moment.
I'm worried about your safety, but what do you want to do? You say you've been looking at flats, so is leaving him something you want to do?
Yes. I think it has got to that. But I don't know where to go, who to turn to, how to leave.
I can refer you to some specialist support services, but I'm worried about you leaving with him today. Is there someone we could arrange for you to call and stay with temporarily?
I've lost touch with most of my friends since we got together. I've fallen out with my parents over him. It's a mess. I suppose I could call my sister, ask if she can put me up for a few days.
Shall we call her now? With your consent, I'd like to refer you to GDASS. They're a local support service who help people who are experiencing or have experienced domestic abuse. How do you feel about that, Tom?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a good idea. But what about Mark? He'll be getting angry in the waiting room.
I will go and speak to him and tell him that we're filling in some paperwork with you that's confidential. If there's a problem, we'll handle it. Please try not to worry. You're safe here.
Dr. Attlee leaves the consulting room to go to talk to Mark. He comes back and tells Tom that it is all in hand. Dr. Attlee and Tom put their immediate plans into action and make the phone calls discussed in the consultation. Dr. Attlee completes a dash with Tom, which will be submitted to GDASS or MARAC if he deems Tom to be high risk. Tom contacts his sister, who is happy for him to stay with her. She will pick him up from the surgery. As an additional safety measure, Tom will leave via the staff entrance to try and avoid contact with Mark on the way out, should he be loitering by the surgery. If Mark were to become aggressive whilst in the surgery, staff would call 999. Tom is given immediate safety advice and is urged to contact the police if he feels at risk. If he is in immediate risk of harm, he should call 999.